What's up, guys? Welcome back. So this video is going to be your predictions for games going on Saturday, February 2nd. A lot of games going on. It's going to be a fun day, college basketball. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my upset pick of the night. So my upset pick of the night is Rutgers at Ohio State. Going to be an interesting game. We've already seen Rutgers beat Ohio State earlier on in the year by 3. They were at home, so a lot of people got Ohio State winning this game. ESPN has them at 86.9% chance to win. I disagree. Ohio State has not been impressive. Their guard play has been lacking. C.J. Jackson and Luther Muhammad have not been impressive to me, which is why I like Rutgers to go on the road and get the win over Ohio State. If they did, that'd be a big one for them. Get closer to 500 in the Big Ten. I think they can do it. So look for Rutgers and Ohio State to be a good game, but I expect Rutgers to come out on top. And then for my sure pick of the night, Miami at number 3, Virginia. Virginia is so tough to play at home. We've seen them destroy teams over and over again. Look at the bottom there, beat Wake 68-45. A great team in Virginia Tech, 81-59. They're so tough to play at home. They shoot the ball extremely well there. I like them to do the same thing to Miami. Miami's lost 4 in a row now. Not the same team they have been in previous years. Virginia's too good with Kyle Guy, Jerome, Braxton Key, DeAndre Hunter. So I like Virginia in that game. They're my sure pick. Team I have the most confidence in to win. So yeah, I like Virginia in that game over a weaker Miami team. So then my game of the night, number 16, Texas Tech, at number 11, Kansas. Going to be a good one here. Kansas is looking to avoid 3 straight losses. I don't think they will. I think they'll win this game. It's going to be a tough one, though. Dedrick Lawson's going to have a tough matchup down low with Tariq Owens. Lawson's obviously the better player offensively, but Owens is a great defender, blocks a lot of shots down there. He's going to be someone Lawson's got to look out for when he's in the paint, looking to get to his hook, looking to get to his mid-range jumper. But Texas Tech, yeah, will give them a run for their money with Jarrett Culver. I just don't think Texas Tech has what they need offensively. Kansas defense has struggled as of late. Like I said, lost 2 in a row. But their offense has also been struggling as well. They've looked like a weak team without Azubuike. They're going to need to play well at home to beat Texas Tech, who has won 2 in a row now. This is a big game for the Big 12 on who is going to be coming out on top. I think Kansas needs this game more than Texas Tech, so I like Kansas in that game over Texas Tech. Now for the rest of the games, non-conference game of the day, I think maybe the only one going on, St. John's at number 2, Duke. A really fun game here. St. John's has struggled recently, however, have lost 3 of the last 5, as you can see. Lost to Creighton, Georgetown, Butler. They lost to Georgetown, Butler, and DePaul. Duke has been hot recently since that loss to Syracuse, won 4 in a row, including win over Virginia. It's going to be interesting to see with Figaro, maybe guarding R.J. Barrett, Heron, on Cam Reddish, Shamori Pons versus Trey Jones. Trey Jones is going to be a problem. Shamori Pons, Zion Williamson, I'm not sure he's going to pick up him. Clark, Simon, we'll see. But I like Duke in this game. St. John's could give them a tough test, though, but it is at Cameron Indoor. If this was a neutral site game, I'd be a little more concerned if I was a Duke fan. But Duke is at home. St. John's has been struggling recently, but St. John's is a team that can get hot. They shoot really well from 3, so Duke's going to have to be careful there, but I do like the Blue Devils in that one. Next game, another good game, number 12, Virginia Tech at number 23, NC State. Pretty close here. ESPN has the Hokies at a 56.2% chance. NC State really needs this game. 4-4 in the ACC. Lost 3 of the last 5, as you can see. Lost a tough one at home against Virginia. Almost lost against Clemson. I like Virginia Tech in this game. They've been needing a big road win against a good ACC team. I I think they finally get it tonight, tonight against NC State. They'll be playing a good team though in NC State. A lot of guards there. Markel Johnson at guard, he's back. Torin Dorn especially. Braxton Beverly, they can shoot the ball extremely well. Virginia Tech shoots extremely well as well. It's going to be a high-scoring game. As you see here, these two teams put up a lot of points per game. I think Virginia Tech's a much more efficient team, though. I like them to win that game with Alexander Walker and Justin Robinson in the backcourt. Robinson coming off an extremely well shooting game, so I like them to win that game. Next one we got Georgia Tech at number 25, Florida State. Florida State's too much at home. They've only lost one game all year at home, and that was to Duke. Allowed a 3 at the last second. So I like Florida State in this game. Their defense is too athletic. They've struggled on the road, which is where most of their losses come. But they're at home going against a weaker Georgia Tech team, 11-10, lost 4 of the last 5, struggle to play on the road. I like Georgia Tech to go into Florida State and lose. I say it's double digits. But yeah, Florida State is going to win that game over a weaker ACC team in Georgia Tech. Next game, Seton Hall at Butler. Seton Hall has played poorly. Finally got a win the other day. I had lost 4 in a row before that. Butler is really struggling, lost 3 in a row. Had some tough games, however. Lost at home to Villanova, on the road at Creighton, and at home to Marquette. I like Butler to bounce back. I do think Seton Hall is the better team, but I think Butler will play better tomorrow. They're going to have to find a way to stop Miles Powell, however. They're going to need McDermott and Tucker to hit shots for them. When they play well, they do extremely well as a team. Thompson's going to have to be dishing like he always does, and they're going to have to rebound especially. They struggle to rebound. Seton Hall's not that great of a rebounding team, however, so I like Butler to win that game. They're back home, so I like them to beat Seton Hall in that one. Next one we got Oklahoma at West Virginia. A nerve-wracking one for Oklahoma. Just coming off a 30-point loss at home to Baylor. I think they bounce back. West Virginia has been tough to play at home, but teams have beaten them there. As you can see, Baylor took them down by 12. I like Oklahoma. ESPN thinks it's going to be a close game. I do as well, but I do like Oklahoma, like Christian James. West Virginia just doesn't have enough, I don't think, to pull this one off. So I like Oklahoma and Brady Manick and company to go in there and get a win over West Virginia. Next game we got. Let's take a look. Okay, we got North Carolina at Louisville. Number 9 versus number 15. ESPN has Louisville at a 51% chance to win. It's going to be a tight game, really close, I think. Jordan Orr has been playing out of his mind, shooting the ball extremely well. As you can see, Louisville's won 6 in a row. I think North Carolina they've won 4 in a row. I think they go in and they beat Louisville. It would be a big win for them, a great road win. I think they cut Louisville's confidence right to the core. I think North Carolina goes in there and wins that game with Cam Johnson and Kobe White. I think Kobe White's going to have especially a big game. He has the potential to go off, especially extremely fast in transition, able to get to the hoop, hit mid-range jumpers. But he's going to have to limit his turnovers if they want to win. And we're going to need to see Luke May have a big game, Nasir Little as well for them. But I do like North Carolina to win that one on the road. It's going to be extremely tight, though, so I'll be looking for that to be a great game as well. Texas, next game, Texas at number 20, Iowa State. I like Iowa State in this one. Texas did just beat Kansas at home. Have struggled on the road, though, as you can see. I don't think they have enough to beat Iowa State at home. Iowa State coming off a win over West Virginia and a win at Ole Miss. They got a lot going for them. Lindo Wigginton just poured in 28 the other night, along with Mario Shayok, almost 20 points per game with Jacobson down low. They're too much to handle. They're gonna have to. Iowa State's gonna have to find a way to stop those lobs that Texas likes to do to Jackson Hayes. They're going to find a way to keep Ozakowski off the boards. So if they can do that, I like Iowa State in that game to beat Texas, who really struggles to win games on the road. Yeah, so look for Iowa State to win that one and improve to 6-3 in the Big 12. Next game we have Providence at DePaul. A really fun one here. We saw Providence just recently beat DePaul only a few days ago. I actually like DePaul to win this game over Providence, get that revenge win. They're back at home. Eli Kane, Gage, Max Strus and company. Max Strus shoots the ball extremely well at home. They're going to have to find a way to stop Alpha Diallo. I think they can. Throw Gage on him, throw Kane on him, two big guards. So look for DePaul to win this game at home and get their revenge win over the Providence Friars. So the next game we got number 22 Mississippi State at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is in quite the slump. Have lost 4 of the last 5. Really struggled recently. I don't know if they can hold off Mississippi State. It's going to be a tight one. It's one that could go either way. It's going to come down to last possession, I think. I do think Ole Miss will find a way to win, though, with Tyree and Davis in the backcourt. I've been talking about them all year. Haven't been super impressed recently, but I think we'll see them come alive against Mississippi State. Going to have to watch out for Lamar Peters and Quindary Weatherspoon of Mississippi State. Those are 2 great guards for them. So Ole Miss has their hands full with Mississippi State, but I expect them to win that game at home, a game that they need to win. So I like them to win that one. Next game we have another SEC matchup, number 7 Kentucky at Florida. Kentucky's won 7 in a row now. I think it's going to be 8. It's going to be a tough game on the road, though. As you can see, ESPN agrees with me on that. Kentucky only a 55.6% chance to win. Florida is not a bad team, 4-3 in the SEC. Just defeated Ole Miss at home in overtime. I've seen them win at Georgia. Lost a close one at Mississippi State. So this is a team that can play with some of the higher caliber teams in the SEC. They're going to give Kentucky some trouble, but P.J. Washington's been too much for Kentucky recently. Also, Kentucky's just too athletic, I think. Obviously, the more talented team. I think we'll see that tomorrow or today with Kentucky on the road at Florida. So I like Kentucky to win that game over Florida and improve to 8-1 in SEC play. Next game we got, take a look here. Don't want to miss a game. Okay, we have Indiana at Michigan State. Michigan State is playing really well recently, just coming off that loss at Purdue. Before that, though, was on quite the winning streak. They're back at home, however. Almost made a comeback against Purdue, just didn't have enough. Indiana is having a terrible time in Big Ten play. Have not won in 2019, lost 7 straight games. I don't think they have a chance at Michigan State. Juwan Morgan and Roman Langford have not been impressive to me. Langford has scored, but he's really not leading his team as I think he should. He is a freshman, but I just don't think they have enough to beat Michigan State at home, so I like Michigan State in that one. Next game we got, Boise State at Nevada. These 2 teams matched up earlier on in the year. Nevada only won by 1 on the road at Boise State, a game winner that they needed to win that one with only a few seconds left. I think it's a different story today, though. Nevada, I believe, will smoke Boise State. I expect it to be a double-digit win. We'll see Caroline and the Martin brothers really step up for them. The better offensive team, they're at home. I think they put up a big number over Boise State and get a sure win there. So look for Nevada to get a double-digit win in that one. Next one we got Syracuse at Pittsburgh. A tight matchup here. We saw Syracuse beat Pitt earlier on in the year by 11. I think they go ahead and win on the road at Pittsburgh again. Pittsburgh has lost 4 in a row now. They need to get something going. I don't think they do. Syracuse's zone is going to be too much. Tyus Battle, Frank Howard, O'Shea Brissett, Elijah Hughes have all been playing great for Syracuse. Did not play great at Virginia Tech, but I think it'll be a different story. Saw them play better at Boston College. I like them to go on the road and beat a very young team in Pittsburgh. Syracuse is a very talented team, like I've said. Practically the same team that made it to the Sweet 16 last year, beat Michigan State in the round of 32, so they got a lot of potential. I like them in that game. Next game we got Tennessee at Texas A&M. I believe Tennessee will lose an SEC game on the road eventually, but not this one. They're too good offensively. Texas A&M does not match up with them well. Texas A&M did just beat Kansas State at home, however, so this is not going to be a walk in the park, but I think Tennessee is they've been battle-tested already. I think they can find a way to win at Texas A&M. Grant Williams, Admiral Sofield, Maury Pons, they got Jordan Bone, so I like them to win that game at Texas A&M. So look for that one to be a little bit of a test for Tennessee, but eventually I think they will come out on top over Texas A&M. Next game, San Diego at Gonzaga. San Diego's got a 1.9% chance to win. I would agree. Gonzaga's been rolling recently, 11 in a row now. Killian Tilly's back. They look unstoppable recently. Just been routing teams. Haven't had a single-digit win within the last 5 games. They're at home. I like them to beat San Diego. Double-digit win. They've been playing too well recently. And San Diego is not that great of a team. So I like Gonzaga in that one. Next game we have, that might be the final game actually. Let me look. No, we got one more. Alabama at Auburn. A lot of people are going to be picking Alabama in this one just because they've been a hot team recently. Almost beat Tennessee. Almost beat Baylor on the road. I like Auburn in this one, however. I had lost 3 in a row prior to a win over Missouri at home. Brown and Harper can be too much. Veterans in the backcourt. I expect them to get on a little bit of a roll here. Alabama is going to be tough, though. Kira Lewis and John Petty. Hall as well and down low. Auburn has been missing Wiley. I think they're adjusting to not being with him. They're at home. I think they're going to win that game. They play well at home. They shoot well at home. I like Auburn to win that game over Alabama, a game in which they really need. But, yeah, Alabama is a good team, so it is going to be a tough test. But, like I said, Auburn is at home, so I expect them to win that one. All right, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Like this video, comment down below, subscribe as well.